So in a few short days, we will find out if millions of borrowers across America will be receiving student loan debt relief. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what's going on, let me quickly fill you in. The president stated that he will issue $10,000 to borrowers for student loan debt relief. And if you have received the Pell Grant, you'll receive an additional $10,000. Now, in order to get these things, there are income qualifications, and let's go over those now. So if you are an individual who has filed as a single individual for the previous tax year, you would have to make under $125,000 annually. And if you are a married couple who has filed jointly, it would be $250,000 or less that will qualify you for the student loan debt relief. I was reading here that an estimated 95% of borrowers will benefit from this cancellation, and about 90% of the benefits of the cancellation will go to borrowers who earn less than $75,000 annually. Now, of course, this would be super helpful, but if you don't know who Senator Elizabeth Warren is, I want you to get to know her, because sis is calling for total student loan debt cancellation, and she has some pretty significant reasons why. Let's take a look.
On student loan debt, for example, it actually holds back tens of millions of people who can't start small businesses, who can't buy their first homes, who can't be full participants in this economy. And it also has a powerful racial justice issue to it. African Americans, more likely to borrow money to go to college, borrow more money while they're in college, have a harder time paying it off when they're out of college. Same thing for Latinx. We have a study now showing when you're out 20 years from college, if you're white and you borrowed money while you were in school, you now owe 20 years out, on average, 6% of what you originally borrowed. You know, part of me wants to say, damn, 20 years and you're still paying on this stuff. But end is in sight, right? If you're Black, on average, you owe 95% of what you borrowed when you were in school. This is the single best opportunity for the President of the United States to help close the Black-white wealth gap for people who have student loan debt. Stroke of a pen.
Could you imagine how many people could be helped if that were to happen? How many people who won't have to question paying to keep a roof over their head versus keeping their student loans from going into default? Because if that happens, their wages at that point could be garnished. I love that she is an advocate for this. And Senator Elizabeth Warren said this: "Let me be very clear. President Biden has the legal authority to cancel student loan debt." What could possibly be stopping this? Well, I'll let y'all know. There are 6 states who have sued, and they are pushing against this. And at the end of the day, it all has to do with money. And those 6 states, they are Republican, if that matters to you. But it is Arkansas, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and South Carolina, as well as 2 student loan borrowers who have sued over this plan. The Supreme Court will likely decide the fate of the suits and the Biden administration's debt relief plan in the coming days. So in a few days, fingers crossed. Now, with that being said, the Supreme Court is really factoring 2 major decisions here. The first question that they're determining is if the president is overstepping his level of authority by putting this into place. And the second question is whether the parties have standing or even the right to sue. The states are arguing that they do have standing to sue, largely because the plan could impact the bottom line of MOHELA. If you don't know what that is a Missouri Higher Education Loan Authority, and they are one of the largest student loan service providers in the U.S. Senator Warren states that the urgency of the moment cannot be overstated. Advocates and activists have said that even if the Justice of the HEROES Act doesn't authorize the debt relief plan, the Biden administration does have the authority to cancel student debt through other legal avenues. Now, the HEROES Act was put into place in 2003, and it vests the Secretary of Education with expansive authority to alleviate the hardship that federal student loan recipients may suffer as a result of national emergencies. Now, a senior advisor for policy and strategy at the Student Borrower Protection Center said that other things can can be used here, but it's just one way. So we expect the administration to explore every option that is available. Warren first brought the idea that the executive branch has the power to cancel student debt to the mainstream during her 2020 presidential campaign. I know many of you are like, well, can she run again? Now, if you are someone who you're scared, you're like, man, okay, it's coming back. I have not saved a single red cent for these student loan payments to come back. One thing that you can look to do is you can look to set up an IDR. An IDR is your income-based repayment plan. So you're going to factor in all of your expenses when it comes to this to be able to help you have as minimal payment as possible so that when you're making those additional payments, it can help bring that principal down some more. But with $1.6 trillion that is now owed, and those payments will be starting back on October 1st of 2023, you got to look to do what's going to be in the best benefit of you and your household so that you can get this paid while still being able to live and provide for yourself on a day-to-day basis. Congratulations to everyone who was able to get relief from the public student loan forgiveness program. That's for anyone who served at a public capacity. Congratulations to you guys. I was seeing the notifications left and right who were saying they were getting all their student loans have been forgiven. I think that is amazing. I am a super supporter of what Senator Warren is trying to do. There's already a wealth gap that we have been fighting, and this is honestly just going to add to that gap and make it even larger, make it even less accessible for Black and brown people to be able to build wealth. And, we have to do everything in our power to fight against that. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is going to be interesting. The next few days is going to be very, very interesting. I will link her direct interview that you just watched this clip from, so you can watch the full one, as well as the articles that I read when I did this video for you guys. So until next time, please like, comment, and subscribe. My name is the Boujee Banker. Follow me for anything budgeting, saving, and investing.